WKXB in Knoxville, Tennessee, on the air for
All right, yeah, it's really cool driving old cars like these, and makes you feel like you're going back in time and racing the way they did back then.
Drag racing's safe, and it's a whole lot of fun, and it is a real sport.
I'd like to ask you to be watching this station.
David Lancaster, brother, Knoxville, Tennessee, Knoxville Dragway 2019. We date back to like 2015 to this event, and it has never failed to produce great drag racing and superior spectator count, so we know we're in the mecca of drag racing interest.
Yeah, great facility here and a wonderful racetrack. These guys love this racing facility, and we expect nothing less today. We have got the biggest number of turnout we've had, over 80 plus cars, making it the largest Southeast Gasser event that we've ever had, and we're proud to have it here at Knoxville Dragway.
Absolutely. You know, the Harrell family has had this facility for a long time, and it always produces great traction, and it has produced some quite wild rides. So this is just an exciting racetrack for us, and we're so happy to be here again. Longtime friends with the Harrell family, myself and Quayne are, so great bunch of people. But you know, now then we got to talk about, David, where we're coming to in the points. This is, as you were saying a minute ago, the 9th race out of 11. So after this one, there's 2 more, and the points are tightening. Now, we was just sitting here recapping. There's no real changes in the points leader from the last event, but the big story there is Kenneth Phillips, 2 A-Gas wins in a row. Could this be an event for 3 in a row, which is a pretty big precedent? And now, in his bid to capitalize on that A-Gas championship that he has been so close years before. He's finished second once or twice, but he hasn't capitalized the championship yet.
He hasn't. He was able to get a couple of rounds because of Alan Gaulden going out up at Virginia. But Alan Gaulden's been to work. Now, I talked to him, those guys over there in the Swamp Monster camp. They've been to work down there in the swamps of Florida, and they're coming up here, and they said that Swamp Monster's going to have some teeth today. Saw pass last night, it looked really good in. So that A-Gas category is going to prove to be just what it is, the king of the sport. Kenneth Phillips is dead gunning for it as always.
Yes.
B-Gas getting tighter too. Tim Bailey still going rounds, but Jerry Birch winning races like he did at Virginia, and he keeps tightening that gap up. Leslie Horn's still on top in S.E.G.A, and I'm telling you, Super Stock is right back in the thick of it with Hackett and with Robert Peffley in the 4-speed Stampede. That's going to be a shootout to the end.
Well, see, you're stealing my thunder there.
Sorry.
Super Stock is my class, you know, for this year. I just really love that category. But the most exciting thing for me, nothing against Mark and Robert and the Chryslers and the Fords, but I finally get my Chevrolet in the field with Rick Varner and his 63 Impala.
Yes.
Big block power. That car looks strong. Rick says it is strong. So I'm kind of been teasing Peffley and Hackett and saying, hey, what are you guys going to do with that old Chevrolet? And so I am so anxious to see how that turns out.
And it's turning out great too. Like you said, Mitch, we got a Chevrolet, we got a Plymouth, and we got a Ford. So it covers all the manufacturers.
Stock of history.
That's exactly right, and that makes it really great. And we're going to see that come to fruition today. I can't wait to get started with this action.
Absolutely. David, you said it best, brother. I'm ready. I know they're ready. The mountains are ready. We're going to have that echo. The weather is good. This is going to be a great day for drag racing. Let's get on with it.
No doubt.
B-gas competitor Jeff Madden sustained one of the most dramatic crashes that we have seen, fortunately, we have seen in the Southeast Gassers Association since its inception. This happened in Indiana, Lyons, Indiana. We're so happy that you didn't have any serious injuries. Obviously, you know, we're blessed. We thank God, and we know you was blessed by God in that. You know, just kind of walk us through that briefly. You know, what was that like? Obviously, the first thing you had to do was have the desire to do it.
Yes.
The next thing you had to do was come up with something to use, because it wasn't going to be the old car.
Yeah,
it was done. And so now, just a little brief intro into the mind of Jeff Madden and his return back to competition.
Well, to start off with, my wife, on the way back from Indiana, when I'm in the car, she thought I should take up fishing. So the thought of taking up fishing scared me enough to put me back in a car. So
You're my kind of guy.
I figured if I didn't hurry and get back in it and make a hit, that it would mess with me. I had to get a car, get it up and get it running, get it ready in almost a 2-week period between the last race and the next one at Mooresville. The guys were like, all right, we got the car, we're good. Never drove the car. They're like, you know, just make a couple passes, go down easy, make sure it stops, make sure it steers and shifts and all that. So when we pulled up for the first time, I stopped and I'm sitting in the car and it's like, I need to do it. So we just let it eat, and it toted the tires and ran through the gears and pulled back in the pits, and the guys are like, what? And I'm like, hey, she's good to go, boys. That's right.
Let's go racing.
That's right. So,
Well, Jeff, we're glad you're back, brother. As we said, we're glad you made it through. Basically not a scratch. Good to have Hollywood back, you know. So we just wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to some more top-end interviews.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, Jeff. more colorful characters that you'll find at the Southeast Gassers Association is Dean Jonas's Chevy 2 A-Gas entry is one of the cars that you will find here that exemplifies engineering perfection, craftsmanship in every kind of the way.
Great boss man Tommy Mooney learned me everything I needed to know to get to this point. I just adapted skills that I learned over time, and I applied them to 1967 style with a little bit of my engineering flair on it, and this is what I came up with.
You bring in a level of perfection that hasn't been seen with the Southeast Gassers Association, and so I would tell you, just look out for the onlookers, because they bound to be over here trying to steal your ideas.
I tell them to look all they want. I want them to steal my ideas and apply it to their cars.
Well, good luck, brother. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Golden, we're in the 9th of 11 race series. For me, I don't know about the rest of the world, but for me, this is all about the championship. And so far, you've got it. It's yours to lose, but you got a hungry man who's been a bridesmaid many times who wants that championship terribly bad.
Yeah, and we changed some things in the car, and it got me off my routine. And so with those changes, I really haven't had enough time to acclimate myself to the changes we've had in this car. So we are working on it. We're not going to give nothing away, and he's a tough competitor. You know, we are too, and I'm getting acclimated to the changes we made, so we're ready. We are.
Good luck to you, boys. Y'all have a
taking his time to stage. He's only got 2.
Two in the books. We're looking to round 3. You got quite a season going here. You are a past world champion. You know what it's all about. You also know there is 2 races left after this one, and you're a little bit on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I'm 6 rounds behind Leslie Horn, who is a strong competitor who doesn't make many mistakes, but I'm just hoping that maybe I can just get a round or two, and then get down the shady side and put the pressure on and do the best I can.
Well, that's going to be some of your best options, is to wait on him to make a mistake and then capitalize on it. But we know the great Todd Oden, if anybody can, you can. So good luck, brother.
Thank you, Mitch.
Josh Pruitt, it's been a little while that we get to do a lot of talking to you. I know you went to the finals at the last race, but at least you're back making rounds again today, even at the expense of Cynthia Flower Power.
Yeah, that was a good run. I always enjoy running her, but I enjoy making rounds too, so that's racing.
So how are we feeling about the car today? I know that at one point your crew chief, Billy, was a little concerned over the way the tree was working and how the car was running because you really couldn't get to the RPMs on the starting line. Have you got that under control?
Yeah, it's something I have to adapt to. I mean, I'm getting better at it every time, so it's still to the floor every time.
So every round that passes, you're getting a little faster.
Yeah, get a little faster.
Good luck. See you in the next one. Strong on that championship bid. We're just talking to Todd Oden a minute ago. He knows the job he's got. He knows the only way this is going to happen is wait for you to make a mistake. So far, so good for Leslie Horn up here in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, we're going to try not to make no mistakes, but it's tough, you know, and Todd's tough. All these boys is tough, and I was just looking at the ladder a while ago, and it's all like just 200s apart, you know, all of them. So it's getting tougher and tougher. Old car is not doing what I want it to do. I went back to my old power plant, took my other one out, but we're here. We're going to do what we can do with it. Hope to see you in the next round. Thank you, Southeast Gassers. Thank you for the fans. Thank you for everybody.
They got it. We'll see you then. Tim Hall was talking earlier today about the fact that you could be a spoiler, and hey, you staying strong going into the third round, just waiting for any of these guys, be it Todd Oden or Leslie Horn, to make a mistake. You could be the spoiler in this championship bid them two boys has got going.
Yeah, it's a good place to be and a bad place to be. It's just fun to get out and race and still try to win races, but it kind of sucks that I really don't have a shot at this point of getting the championship. But hey, there's always next year, and we'll just learn this year and get better so when we come out next year, we'll be.
Well, as we were talking earlier, you know, you're in the situation you're in because you was forced to miss 2 races with the armed services, and Lord knows we certainly honored to have you doing that. But as you were talking, I think all of you guys has won like 2 races. Just how tough is it to win a championship in the Southeast Gassers?
It's very tough. There's a lot of good quality cars out here and good quality drivers, so it's very tough. You got to be at every race. You got to do good at every race. You just can't go out first round and stuff like that, or it ain't gonna work. You know, so it's tough.
Well, brother, we'll look for you in the next round. Have a good one. Ernie Smith, Paula's nightmare may well be coming true for Lee Vickery. He actually beat you in that round, but he did not cross the scales. You did. You know the rules of this gig better than he does with your experience, obviously. So, Ernie Smith, Lee thought he won, but the fact is you're back in based on a technicality that he didn't weigh.
For the first time this year, I'm getting to talk to you, Mitch. It ain't the way I want to get here. That's a good competitor, a good race car, but I'll take it. But we've got the car back where we're competitive. You know, we've fought it all year, brand new race car, but we're going rounds now.
Well, like I said, it don't matter how you get here, just so you're here. Good job.
They don't ask how you won, they just ask did you.
Colby Welch, brother, you know, this is your second race on an absolute family affair. You're going into the third round. That's got to feel good.
Oh, man, it feels great. I've been driving well. It's working.
It looks good. Every time you run, you're doing a good job, car doing a good job. I'm going to plan to talk to you in the next round yet again.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, you know, we don't always get to talk to you, but it's a pleasure. You making rounds. What changes have you made? How you making rounds today?
Just trying to concentrate on driving, trying to learn to drive this thing.
Is that the secret? Is it you? Is the car capable? You just trying to catch up with the car?
Trying to catch up with the car. I'm going to take student driver tag off tonight.
Well, I think it's time. You're going into the third round, brother. Good job. We'll look for you then.
Thank you.
Thing is, we switched to B-gas for this race.
Okay, it's B-gas. Jimmy Huff, buddy, we don't get to talk to you a whole lot, but you know, switching over to B-gas seems to be your ace in the hole.
Yep, it's running pretty good today. It's a little bit hurt right now, but we're running it.
So you're saying that the old Falcon wagon kind of favors B-gas better than C?
It does.
Well, then we'll look to see just how much it favors, and we'll plan on you talking to you in the third round.
All right, we hope so.
get to see nothing down here, Todd Napier. All I get is the aftermath. And so all I can say is you must have won that round, because you up here hollering like Ric Flair again, and the Atomic Hillbilly is making steam, brother. Tell me what's going on.
We got a new Phantom race engines making some power, and I've never had anything run like this before. And man, it's got, wow, I'm speechless. I've never walked away from Tim Bailey. Never.
And that's what just happened, I take.
Sir. Yes, sir. That cat's always got its claws in me, and this time I got it off my back.
You do realize you just took out the points leader.
Oh, Lord. Sorry, Tim. No, you'll probably slap me for that. I did not know. Yeah, you're right. See, we're a month behind this Hillbillies are.
Well, son, all I know is we're going to plan to see you in the next round, so I'm going to be waiting right here to talk to Todd Napier one more time.
Yes, sir. We'll be back. I come out with him there, and then I shipped in, and I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and turn it 8, and when I did, it went, man.
TJ York, my friend, you know, we was talking a little bit ago. You've won the second round. You're going into the third round. And you've done a real special treat for a great friend this weekend, old Rod Bergener, bringing his son in on his son's birthday, unexpecting from Rod.
Oh, yeah, that was a great deal. His boy got to come in, see him race, got to be in the same thing on his birthday. And then they come up with the Blue Haze Potsy shirt. So Rod's known as Potsy now. We got the Blue Haze instead of the Purple Haze going. We got the Blue Haze going.
Well, so far from what I can tell, the Blue Haze is just as potent as the Purple Haze, because the Purple Haze went out first round. Blue Haze is making rounds, and you got Potsy, which is old Rod Bergener. And not only did his son come in, but his grandson also. What a treat.
It's been great. Yeah, that's a cool deal with the son, the grandkids, daughter-in-law, the whole deal. It's a great thing. It's all about family.
It's all about family, and brother, as I told you, I respect you more and more every day, TJ. What a great treat to involve yourself in for the benefit of one of your fellow racers. We'll be looking for you in the next round.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate all you do.
Dean Jonas, brother, going right into the third round. That's the second round in the books. Taking out Gabriel Burrell. Agent Orange seems to be a potent measure today.
It's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good today.
So,
I made a few little engine changes, nothing major, and it's responded very well.
Well, that sounds like old Dean Jonas might be happy about that.
I'm happy about that.
So you got
always happy to make rounds.
So you got another round in store?
I got another round in store.
We'll be talking to you then. Good luck, brother. Have a good one. And that's all you can do. You can only control your car. You can't control the one you're chasing, but you're doing what you can.
That's right. That's making rounds, and I'm happy to be making rounds. So if I just go all the way to the end, I can do it.
No doubt about it, kid. That's what we were talking about earlier. You know, at this point, you have to wait on him to make a mistake. And if you ain't there when he does it, it does you no good.
Exactly. That's right.
Good luck, brother. We'll see you in the next round. Brother, you just following Kenneth Phillips across the scales. Obviously, you know he's matching you round for round, and with that, you know, he's just waiting on you to make a mistake. I suggest you don't.
Yeah, well, we're not making no mistakes right now, and car's doing good. I'm driving good. Just got to go one round at a time.
That's all it is. All it is you got one behind you, then you got one in front of you. So just keep fighting.
Absolutely. Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
I'm super excited. Like, this time coming. I'm so happy.
Justin, brother, you know, I don't get to talk to you often, and it's a great pleasure, I got to tell you. I'm happy to see you making rounds. You know, as we know, you and your wife, Jenny, one of the biggest supporters of the S.E.G.A, and it's a great pleasure to see somebody with such dedication do well. I got to know, what happened here? Did you just flat out run him? Did you tree him? What's going on?
Well, we left on him on a little bit on the tree, and just outran him going down the track.
This thing seems to be at this race really making power. Is there something new power plant, new changes? What's happening?
Yeah, we had built a new motor over the first half of the season, and you know, the last three races we've just been kind of doing test and tune, trying to figure out where we need to be at on shifting and trying to work out the bugs, so to speak, and we seem to got them worked out pretty good now.
I was going to say, seems like that the testing played a pretty good hand for you because Steve Davis ain't no small fry. So good job, brother. We'll look for you next round.
All right, we'll see y'all.
Round out of the way, and so far it's shaping up to be another Peffley and Hackett final, from the early rounds. He's winning rounds. You're taking, I guess that was what, a bye run for you, or that was a thing?
No, I had it wasn't a bye run. I had Todd Poteet there, but yeah, it was a good win. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. Everybody's come to win, you can tell, and so we've got a bow tie in this thing tonight that's quick. So who knows right now what's going to happen?
This is the way I like Superstock, okay? Nobody knows.
Yeah, absolutely. There ain't been a lot of talking this weekend either. Everybody's serious and on their game, so yeah, it'll be a good time.
Well, let's just wait and see how it unfolds.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Hey, the old soul sacrifice is paying off, my brother. I understand that's a solid win from starting line to finish line all the way. It was 100% forward.
Boy, I tell you what, that thing just pulled off the best pass it's ever made. I got up there and I forgot to check the tires before I left, and they was a little low, so I just left them low, and that thing went.
You might better figure out what that was and go back to it.
I tell you what, this thing's toting the mail tonight.
Good job.
He's going to have an issue next round.
Oh, you think so? Well, now what a challenge that is, brother. I can't wait to see that. So the cardboard intake ain't going to do him no good.
No, he's going to have a fight all the way on this one, I guarantee you.
Dallas, I hear you and Robert doing a little bit of midnight oil, a little secret research and development, cardboard intake kind of thing, Seems to be paying off pretty well.
Well, those cardboard intakes work pretty good. I'm kidding on that. We'd found some stuff that's totally within the rules, just trying different combinations. Yeah. That's one of the things you got to do in this class. Nobody's laying down, and you got to just keep picking away at it, trying stuff, see if you can make them go.
Well, they sure ain't nobody laying down, and the competition getting stiffer. That Chevrolet's starting to sneak in here now. And but I got one question for you guys. How do you keep that cardboard from getting fuel saturated?
It's special cardboard, man.
get you a little bit of audio. Talk about how do you feel about getting this far?
I'm thrilled. I mean, I really didn't think I'd make it this far. Everything's worked out great. I got lucky.
How's the car feeling?
That feels really good. We've been making a few small changes, but other than that, it's just driving.
couldn't tell how.
Woo! I've got goosebumps. Holy crap!
Trent, how's that? Your boy doing good.
I'm telling you.
If we don't want to check. I'm telling you what, baby. Thank you.
Oh.
I didn't know about that one.
Robert Peffley, congratulations. Win number 5 on the year here. This 4-speed Stampede, you might have to change it to a 5-speed Stampede. You got 5 wins already on the year.
Yeah, we come back and worked real hard in this last month off because the last 2 races, Mark Hackett knocked us around pretty good, and we was tired of that, so we had to do something.
Well, and you did. I mean, you come out here today, you put this out on the pole, you're #1 qualifier, and you marched right through the field.
Yeah, we just had a real good day. Car ran good straight off the trailer, and we really didn't touch it all day. Just kept beating on it.
Well, beating on it you did, and beating on the competition you are too. You're the points lead right now with 2 races left to go.
Yeah, we're glad we stayed in front of the points lead. Everything's crucial now. I mean, there's still no giving up because, I mean, anything can happen, but the points are, when you need them, you need them.
Well, and you got a handle on them right now going into the last 2 races. What do you foresee going into Superstock?
We're just going to keep trying to be consistent. I mean, it ain't over till it's over, so we don't count our chickens till they hatch here, but we're just going to keep trying to be consistent, keep showing up every race.
Speaking of hatching chickens, I mean, you got a lot of chickens back here. It came with you on this trip. I know you want to give them some thanks, and any sponsors you want to give a shout out to.
Yeah, I definitely got to thank my family and my wife. They keep pushing me. Even when I want to give up, she says, get out there and work on that thing. We're going again. And I got to thank a couple good sponsors. I got Mike Stark, CFM Performance on my cylinder heads, and Brewer's Performance on my transmission. And got to thank Black Magic for all the clutch help they give us.
I tell you what, you got some Black Magic going on right now. The voodoo is definitely strong with this car. Your winner today here at Knoxville Dragway, Robert Peffley in the 4-speed Stampede. That's my count says 3 this year. Is that right, or is this 4?
3.
3 wins for you right here in the Scalded Dog. And Tim, you had a good car from start to finish all day today.
Yeah, the car saved me today. I didn't do a real good job of driving that starting line, but the car was fast and it made up for my shortcomings today. So we got to work on our clutch a little bit. We got a hydraulic clutch, and it's being real aggravating, real inconsistent, and we're gonna get rid of it during the winter at least if we don't do it before then. So
it's got to. You had a day today where you were up to the challenge, and you're telling me that you weren't, but you did come through this field, and a tough field today here in S.E.G.A.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's like the good Lord looks out for you, and I think that's what He done with me today. Is some days it's your day, and you can't mess it up, and other days you can do all you want to, and if it ain't His will, it just don't happen, So maybe it was His. Maybe He wanted me to have it, I don't know. So
I believe you telling us about half the story. You playing those cards close to your chest here, Tim.
That's the whole story right there. I got to do a better job on that starting line. That's all the bottom line.
Well, it's a good points today for you as well. You're continuing to climb. You're well within the top 5, but I got to think you might be in that top 2 or 3 right now.
I don't know. I hadn't even looked at it, to be honest with you. I'm just going out there doing best I can, trying to get these, because I think I'm kind of not mathematically, but very unlikely to have any chance of winning it. So second place is, what they say about that. So,
well, I know you got some sponsors you'd like to thank and some people you'd like to thank for all your help.
Yeah, Molly Motorsports helping us out a little bit, and we really appreciate that. I got Tim Brown's Roofing Company, Roofing Unlimited on the back there. Barry Whitworth, Professional Body Works, he did the paint job on the car, done awesome job, I think. And so, yeah, we appreciate all those guys. Steffes Auto Salvage, he helps us out some when he can. And just a local guy there in Abbeville that, likes racing. So we appreciate all of them. Couldn't do it without them.
And you got your dad and your brother here this weekend. I know they've been helping turn the wrenches too.
Yep, I need to thank Daddy too, because he brings his motor home and he buys the fuel and gets us to and from the racetrack, and that helps a ton. If that motorhome drinks it, So, but yeah, appreciate having family with me when I'm doing it, and wish my wife and Mama could be here, but they couldn't be here this time. But maybe we can do it again at Carolina or Shadyside when they will be there. So.
All right, well, here's your winner day. Number 3 on the year. That's 3 flower vases for the wife.
That's right.
Tim Hall, winner
right.
here today at Knoxville.
I'm sure if y'all look on Facebook, there'll be some flowers in there in the morning.
All right, TJ York, first time we putting it in victory lane right here, this Greenhorn Hillbilly, son. All the hours that you've put in, all the traveling from Ohio, you've made it pay off.
Buddy, it's well worth it. This wasn't just me, though. This was the Southeast Gasser family. I mean, I've had troubles, and people's jumped right in and helped me change motors. Heck, this race, I busted the Striver, Steve Davis and his crew, Jeff, Johnny. I mean, I'm gonna forget people, Rod, everybody that jumped in, and I mean, just help me fix my car. I mean, it's just not me. This is them too. This is the whole family thing. Like I said, when you come to these, it's a family event, and the racing's just a cherry on top of it. This is it's an honor. Real honor.
I've seen that happen with you, with Rod Bergner coming in this year, Jeff Madden, yourself, and Tim Bailey, especially last year, or earlier this year, helping you out with your dad, bringing you the motor. You're exactly right. That is a family, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a great honor, and like I said, told Mitch down there, I've run NHRA, RHRA, won some divisionals and stuff, and class races, but it doesn't compare to this at all. This is the cat's butt, man. This is awesome.
And I know it's going to be a great phone call when you're able to tell Dad that you put the Greenhorn Hillbilly back in victory lane and carried on that family lineage.
Yeah, I'm going to call him, my wife, and always called him and the boys. That was the only thing. The boys couldn't be here and him, but they've already called him. They're happy, but I'm going to make the phone call when we get back to the trailer for sure. But like I said, it wasn't just me. There's a lot of help here to help me get this.
Well, you did a good job today on the tree. You did your job behind the wheel all day. This car really performed well for you after working out those bugs.
Yeah, it was a real consistent car today. It went down the track well. It only got stupid one round, and I drove. I didn't kick myself in the butt a few times, so I did okay. So it just worked out. God was with me and helped me get down through there all day. So it was an honor.
Big congratulations to you and your wife. I know there's got to be somebody else that you want to thank. Any sponsors you want to help?
Yeah, I want to thank. I know we run for some, but Jegs helps me out, and I got to thank them. They keep me going on some parts and stuff, and it helps out a lot. And I like I said, got a lot of help from most of it's all right here in the family. They help me. Other than Jegs, that's about the only sponsor I got, and it's just been fun. I don't know what else to say.
Well, big win for you today right here in Knoxville Dragway, the first one ever for TJ York, and we're awful proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
How do you feel? That's how you feel? That's a big smile? Awesome, awesome.
And the car's really performing well.
I know it's going to be a battle too every time I see him coming, but I did come out on top today.
And like you said, you've narrowed that points lead down to where you're even with 2 races to go. I mean, it is going to be a shootout right all the way to the finals at Shadyside.
It is, and they're not going to give it to me, so I'm going to have to work for it to get it.
Well, and you're not a stranger to putting in the work, but hey, first win as a new married man, so how's that feel?
That feels good.
You going to thank your backup girl again?
I thank my wife for backing me up.
That's a good call right there. Your winner today here at Knoxville Dragway, Kenneth Phillips, 3 in a row for the Silver Streak.
Drag racing's safe and it's a whole lot of fun, and it is a real sport.
All right, Mitch Stott, we find ourselves concluding this event here at Knoxville Dragway, and all I can say is wow. We had some incredible racing, wonderful fan support here today, and what a car count.
Yeah, David, you know, I truthfully, I don't think I've ever used a word that I'm just kind of in awe at a drag race. But this particular year at Knoxville, we had a record car count. We had a record spectator count. We had new winners. It's never won in categories before. I mean, every single thing about this race today was just new and exciting and breathing that new life for tomorrow into the Southeast Gassers Association. And I mean, it was just suspenseful. And then you've got Tim going out early in B-Gas, and then here Jerry Birch not capitalizing by going red light, and so Tim Bailey gets this, you know, the give me of all times. He goes out, makes himself vulnerable for Jerry to catch him, and then Jerry goes red, and so that just stayed the same. And then Kenneth Phillips, Lord have mercy, you know, here he comes. Now him and Alan Gaulden, they go to the next race tied for the A-Gas championship points. And then, of course, you know, you got T.J. York. You know, here he is, his first win. And then the Atomic Hillbilly, Todd Napier, going to the finals with him, and you know, it was the match of the hillbillies. It was just a day. And then there's one thing that I got to talk about that nobody knows, and that is T.J. York and those guys, Jeff Madden and them. And I know I'm leaving 1 or 2 of them out, but they're kind of like the Three Amigos. And but anyway, Rod Bergner, yeah, he's the third of the Three Amigos. Well, Rod's son's birthday was today. T.J. York made an arrangement with his son and grandson, by the way, to come all the way down from Wisconsin to be at this race with Rod. Unbeknownst to Rod, just a complete and total surprise for him. And what a family we have, David. Oh, my God, are we ever blessed with family.
We are, and you know, guys who didn't make the finals today, we saw cars going to the quarterfinals, making strides in their personal racing that is going to make Southeast Gassers even tighter and even more competitive. I mean,
it's as TJ said, I have won races in NHRA, IHRA, all of these sanctioning bodies, and none of them are even come close to comparing to the sheer thrill of victory that I had here today.
I don't think you could sum it up any better, Mitch. That is the epitome of what we do here.
It is, David. And to that, you know, we might as well close it out.
A big day in Southeast Gasser racing. You're exactly right. Mitch, would you bless us and take us out of here?
I'd love to, David. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you in the name of Jesus Christ, and we are so blessed from you. We know that our graces and that the safety of our racers and the success of this association is all a direct, dear God, a gift from you. And we want to ask you, Father, if you will please give graces, traveling mercies to all of our competitors, our fans, our spectators, everyone at home, our families, the people who watch us on television. Lord, just touch them, save them. So all we want to do is we want to use this racing sanction, dear God, to share your graces, to show your mercies. In Jesus Christ's holy name we pray. Amen.